Transformer mode on them right quick. Boom. How you enjoy your time, fam?
Man, it was good, man. I had zero complaints, bro. 50th birthday, all complete, man. It's a blessing just to be able to have family together, friends together, all in one place. I'm just thankful, man.
Yeah.
Big thing.
Big blessing, bro.
Big blessing. We're gonna do it again, Lord willing, every year, man. Just to be able to celebrate life, celebrate friendships, family.
We're live. Rell Purnell, aka Carshall Rell. I'm one half of Network Is My Net Worth. We got a special guest today. That first guest that we're bringing to the platform, my homie, my brother, my big bro, E Vapors. Yeah, E Vapors, the GOAT is what they call him, and y'all gonna hear his story of how he got to where he is today. He gonna drop a lot of gems. So let me bring everybody up in the building. Let's send out these links. Jay Hall, what up? What up? What up? I'm sending out the links right now just to add everybody up in. And let's get this party on the road, man.
Yes, sir.
Man, busy day. I just got off the phone with a client. Man, it's been one of those nonstop days.
For sure, man. What's going on, Jay?
What it is? What's good?
Man, all is well. No complaints, man. We alive. You know.
Yes, indeed.
Got another opportunity to make it better, as they say.
That's facts. That's
a fact.
Popular M3, hello. Miss Tiffers, QD Hizzy. What's up, the SRT God? Look, if you guys are new to Network Is My Network, this is a show that myself and my bro Jay Hall created. Where we're talking to business owners, we're talking to entrepreneurs. We just having the backstories of people talking about their company, their business, but also how they got to where they are today, and just giving a little opportunity to share a little bit of background, because people always think that you just fall out of the sky and you right there on top, and it's not always like that. So our first guest, man, he's blessing us. E Vapors, man. For those who don't know E Vapors, for those who, it's your first time checking him out or checking us out, E Vapors, give us a small, quick introduction of who you are and where you're from.
Hey, man, first off, my name is Eric. You know what I'm saying? We all got code name, nicknames, and mantras out here. So, yeah, I go by E Vapors, man, but my name is Eric. I'm an entrepreneur here in Spring Lake, North Carolina, former military guy, good old country boy. All the above, husband of 15 years, 2-year-old daughter, 7-year-old daughter, live a simple life. That's me in a nutshell, man. Just out here trying to feed my family and learn and create multiple streams of income, man, and have fun doing it. That's me.
Love it, man. Look, you're waking up to do something you love every day, and those who know me know that I'm very passionate about, chasing your dreams, following your passion. People think money is everything. And you walked away from a 6-figure job. 6 figures. We gonna get into that. But
yeah.
That's the spice. We gonna get into that. But let's back it up a bit, man. Growing up, how was it? How was it as a kid, man? Tell us about your humble beginnings.
Well, I say in the very beginning, man, as early as I can remember, the first house that we lived in, man, we was down in the country, a little town called Vanceboro, North Carolina. It's close to New Bern, North Carolina, by the coastal towns in Greenville, North Carolina, East Carolina University, down in that area. So real small house with a tin roof. I don't know if y'all ever been in a house with a tin roof, man. When it rained, man, you can hear the rain hitting off the tin roof very distinctly, man. So I remember a lot of nights or days going to sleep listening to the rain on the tin roof. But what I remember more than anything, man, we didn't have hot running water. So you had cold running water, and we didn't have a bathroom. So we had what they call back in the country an outhouse. So there was an outhouse behind the house, but inside the house you had like these you know how the paint come in buckets with like that metal whatever thing you carry the paint bucket by. So we had these buckets inside the house where you use the bathroom inside the bucket, and you take the bucket to the outhouse and dump it in the outhouse. You
Wow.
know what I mean? So like that's literally my, you know, and we didn't have money obviously, man. So you know, whatever clothes you had was probably donated from, you know, the people that had money uptown. They used to bring like trash bags full of clothes that it would feel like we was going to the mall, going through those trash bags of clothes and whatnot, man. So yeah, very meager beginnings, man. And I lived there with my grandmother until I was in fourth grade, and we moved to Durham where my mother was living. So we was living with my grandmother in that house. So we moved to the city in fourth grade where my mom was already living, you know, and that was in the projects. So it was actually an upgrade because you go from no bathroom inside the house to a two-bedroom apartment with no furniture, no beds, none of that. You know what I mean? Apartment. But guess what? You had your first bathroom. So you know we're excited, man, and then, you know, we was finally living with our mom because she had finished school or whatever. So she was able to take us in, had a first little job over at Duke University, man, little admin job at Duke University doing things over there. So now we in the city. We wasn't in the country. In the country, I mean, we rode bikes everywhere. We shot BB guns. We went hunting and stuff like that. All the stuff that you do in the country, bow and arrows, shooting bow and arrows and stuff like that. In the city, you can't bring no gun to the city. You can't be shooting just out in the parking lot in the city. Y'all boys is from the city, man. Y'all guys are from the city. You already know that. That's gonna be a problem. Somebody pull a jammy out in the city. They're not looking for birds.
Nah.
They might be flipping birds and trying to protect what they got going on. So it was like a rude awakening, man, going to Durham and being out and about in the city and stuff, man. But we started public school in the city, walking to school, and they also had public transportation for the first time. They had a Durham city bus. So I remember my mom, some days she would give us the little punch card. It was a little bus card where the bus driver would punch a hole. So let's say you have 5 holes on it. So that's 5 days, then that ticket gone. So I remember, getting on the bus, and I know for a fact the bus driver knew who was poor. Same bus driver, man, would see us get on there, and it'd be like 1 whole punch left on the card, man. And we were like, dang, we gonna see what happened. Man, we get on there, man, and the dude would punch the same hole all week. The dude would punch the same hole all week, man, so we could ride the bus. You know what I'm saying? Because we was walking to school a lot of days, man, but I used to end up having to fight folk, man, protecting my brother. I don't know what it was, man. Like, folk were just trying to get at my brother. So I'm talking about 4th grade, bro. 4th grade and 5th grade type foolish, childish stuff. So I got to protect my brother. We trying to find different ways to walk to school. But some days, hey, man, we just got to square him up. So I used to have to square him up. And I started taking Taekwondo. Man, this is a true story, man. It was like this dude lived in the neighborhood, man. Not no dojo or nothing like that. Not no community center. We was outside. I mean, the dude lived in the neighborhood, man. So, he was teaching a lot of the kids, man, Taekwondo and stuff like that, man, which was dope, actually. But what was crazy on the flip side of it, man, I was noticing, like, dude was giving, like, these brown paper bags to, like, some of my friends. I think some of us kind of probably can read between the lines on what was going on, but he never gave me none. You know what I'm saying? And I almost said his name out loud, but I'm not gonna say his name out loud. I just remember asking him, like, "Yo, what's up?" you know, and he was like, nah, man, nah, you can't do that. You can't do that, man. I can't let you do that. You know, you're a good kid, man. I can't let you do that. And it was just weird, man. So learn how to protect myself, you know, doing the taekwondo thing, man, and just growing up being the man of the house literally in fourth grade. Like, how are you the man of the house in fourth grade? You know, single parent, just my mom, my older sister that's 2 years older than me, and my younger brother at that time, you know, was just 2 years, 2 years younger than me. So that was the in-house family, you know what I'm saying? I had some I have half brothers where we have the same dad. But at this house, it was just my mom with me, my older sister, and my little brother Todd. So again, we used to open the front door. Man, look, it was rats like this big. I lied to you not, man. It was rats that probably bigger. You know, man, you open the door, you slam the door so fast so that rat don't run in the house, and then in the house won't much better because we had roaches in there. You know what I mean? So I remember, man, my mom bought this white powder, and she was praying. She prayed them roaches out of there, boy. That white look prayer and then that white powder got them roaches out of there. But I just remember, man, you know, you cut the light on, just walking on the wall and stuff like that, man. And then just like going to school, you know, your clothes aren't the best. I remember having holes in my shoes, like first day of school starting. I got the same shoes on from the previous school year. I don't have no fresh clothes laid out on the bed. You know, how you lay your whole week out, Monday, Tuesday, you know, shoes and everything. It was like, nah, man. I remember we went to it was a store called Woolsworth. I don't know if y'all remember that.
Yeah, Woolworth.
Y'all remember that? Okay. So I ain't know if they was regional or not, man. But so we had a Woolsworth, and I remember my first pair of new shoes that I got from Woolsworth. It was a barrel, and they had a bunch of shoes in there, and each shoe was connected by a ring. So the ring had like the shoe size on it, you know. So that you to try the shoes on, you got to sit down and put your feet in them, or just put on one at a time because you couldn't walk in them because you know the ring was on them. But I remember buying these shoes, man. I don't know how many stripes they had on the side of it. I rock with Adidas now, 3-stripe. I ain't gonna shout them out. They ain't paying me yet, but yeah, Woolsworth, man. It was so many stripes on those shoes, man. God knows. I found out how many stripes was on them when I went to school. I definitely found out how many stripes on them then, because you know, folk at school didn't have no shoes from Woolsworth. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? They had on, you know, the name brands.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether that was kids or whatever the name brands was back then, you know, Nike and you know the different ones. So you know they pick on you, man. You know you got high water pants on, you know, because again I'm wearing the clothes from last year, you know, and some of the clothes me and my brother was sharing. You feel me? So we sharing clothes going to the same school, man. And you know that ain't too cool, man. And then you know you got PE class when you in elementary. So I remember being in elementary, man, and I would always try to keep my feet on the floor because I had holes on in my shoes. You know what I mean? So you don't want nobody sitting on the floor crisscross style on the floor, and you know somebody can see you got holes in your shoes. That's a whole nother problem. And then I always ask this question. And I don't know if y'all might get it right, y'all might not get it right, but what does it mean what happens when you have holes in your shoes?
Oh, you
I'm gonna
got
be
me
honest.
on. You got me.
Yeah, you got me. Like,
You're gonna have holes in your socks. So eventually, every pair of socks that you have has a hole in them. So now, if you're in PE class and you got to take your shoes off, which is a good thing because you got holes in them, you want to take them off. Now, all your socks got holes in them. That's a whole nother problem. That's a whole nother problem. So with that being said, you know, you go through, you know, getting picked on and different things like that or whatever. But a side problem was going to church. So, you know, back then, you know, everybody had, you know, church clothes. I go to church like this now. Like dead serious. Like this is why I go to
Right.
church. I go to church with this on with no problem. Ain't nobody gonna look at me like nothing. They gonna be like, hey, come on in. Because it never mattered what you had on. It just
Right.
back then you had back then all the boys had penny loafers. Oh, sorry, mom.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
You took me back. Yeah.
yeah. Back then all the fellas had penny loafers, and you know you had to have a penny in the penny loafer, actual. If you had a quarter in there, your family had some money. So I think the penny loafers were made by a company called Buster Brown. I think it was like a little boy on the box or something. I think it was Buster Brown, but they was penny loafers. So you know, I ain't had no penny loafers. I had on the same shoes with the holes in them from school. So now you going to church and you got kids at church looking at you like you crazy because you ain't got on no slacks and no penny loafers and you know, collared shirt or whatever. So imagine just going through that. Like every turn is always people looking down on you. And I always used to say like you become invisible. Like when you poor, it's like you invisible. Nobody don't see you. They see you, but they don't see you. You know what I mean? Like you don't count because you don't have on the same thing that they got on and whatever. But I just remember my mom always like saying, man, you know, things are gonna get better. We would walk to the grocery store. We had food stamps. So, you know, we always had the government cheese, the government honey, the all government whatever, milk, bread, the hardest bread you ever eat in your life. Cause I don't know where they made that. They must have made that on the concrete, that bread that they made back then. But it was all government, man. Everything was subsidized. You know what I mean? But my mom said things were always gonna get better, man, and things each year got a little better. I remember she finally got a used little Honda hatchback car. You know what I mean? And boy, you'd have thought we hit the lotto when you got your little car. You know what I'm saying? Now we ain't got to walk to the grocery store. You know, if we was running late for school, she could drop us off or something like that. And you know, so life was getting a little bit better, a little bit better. You know, you started the school year with a new pair of shoes. Now you eventually wore holes in them, but at least you didn't start the school year with the same pair of shoes. And then we moved from that one project to a better project. Is there a such thing as that? So we moved to a better project, you know what I'm saying, probably to start sixth grade. Now, this particular project was on a different side of town, so to describe it, it was less urban.
Okay.
So now this is my first time going to school in a less urban environment. You know what I mean?
So
And
more, would you say
say again?
more diverse as far as like the race,
Yeah,
ethnicity?
yeah. More diverse. You know what I'm saying? Less of us. You know, so it was my first time going to school like that. Clothes and stuff was decent. We didn't have holes in. Yeah, I don't remember holes in the shoes back in sixth grade. Maybe by the end of the year, you know, but not really in school. But I remember going to the first day of school. They had like snack time, and you know we ain't had no snacks. We ain't had no snack money. And I remember this girl in class, man. Her name was Angie Jenkins. I'll say her name out loud because she had some Twinkies. Y'all remember the Twinkies? They come in twos.
Right.
The little bag used to come in twos, right? Man, I was just sitting there. I ain't say nothing to nobody. Man, next thing I know, I seen that girl hand me that Twinkie. I looked at her, and then we was like best friends. You know what I mean? You know, in school in sixth grade, man. That was like my homegirl, man. So we used to go outside, you know, play kickball and everything like that, man. So those apartments were Lynn Haven apartments in Durham, North Carolina, man. So little more decent apartment type, but it still was income based housing, man. Money won't really like that, man. And you know, at every blue moon, I would you know, maybe speak to my dad on the phone. You know what I'm saying? Because I never lived with my dad. I've never lived with my dad. And at that time in sixth grade, I had never been to my dad's house before. And to kind of go backwards, when I was living with my grandmother, my dad lived like 30 minutes away. But me and my brother had never been to his house before. Like never been to his. So I never met any of my brothers that lived 30 minutes away. I never met any of my aunts and uncles that lived 30 minutes away. And once a month, my grandma would take us to the barbershop in that town, you know, Washington, North Carolina. So I would get my hair cut like once a month, me and my brother. So we in town where my dad lived at. So my grandma would take us by his job, you know, and see if maybe he was there on a Saturday. And a lot of Saturdays he was actually, you know, at work. So we would see him, you know, maybe once every other month if we could catch him, you know, at work. So we didn't have a relationship, you know what I mean? And as a kid, that's all you know. You don't know that you're supposed to have one. You know what I'm saying? So me being the man of the house in 4th grade in Durham, I'm not even realizing that people have a mom and dad in the same house, because in the projects, the majority of the homes in the projects are single parent moms.
That's
Right? I mean, let's just be honest. The majority are single parent moms. So I didn't see mom and daddy coming out of the house warming the car up in the neighborhood. And then when I moved to the better projects, those were all mothers. There weren't any fathers in the neighborhood. Now that I think about it, there was a couple of boyfriends living over there that weren't supposed to be living there. You know what I'm saying? But there weren't any mom and dads, because it was income-based housing. That's a whole nother problem that we could talk about on a whole nother thing. Like, so man, you got kids growing up in environments with only moms and no dads, no, you know what I'm saying? No father figure. That poses a problem in society in as the years roll on. So in those better projects, 6th grade, 7th grade, 8th grade, I started playing sports in 9th grade. I started playing football and found out that I was really good, really fast. I really had world-class speed, man. Even when I played baseball, I couldn't hardly hit the ball worth nothing, but you put me on the base pads, it's going to get stolen. Like, I understood, hey, you can't do this, but guess what you can do? Be the best at what you can do. So you steal them bases, you pinch run, and you do those things. But my mom married my stepdad when I was going to 9th grade. You know what I mean? So so for the first time, now I have a father figure in the house, or a consistent father figure in my life, going to 9th grade, which was great. And the dynamic changed because he was a preacher. So now I become what they call a PK. It's called a preacher's kid, PK. You know what I'm saying? So now my mom and my stepdad, are preachers, and, they have a church. And that's a whole different show. That's a whole different world to live in as a PK. So living as a PK, we moved into this neighborhood. Let me go back to the first project. My mom, when we got the car, my mom used to ride us through this neighborhood called Woodcroft. At the time, it was the dopest neighborhood in Durham. Like, you had to have money to live out there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Nice neighborhood, man, with the beautifully cut grass, sidewalks, and all of that, man. It was like heaven on earth in your mind as a kid. So to fast forward it to 9th grade, from 4th grade, when we first saw that neighborhood, to 9th grade, now my mom and dad actually, we rented a house in that neighborhood. So I was like, oh, wow, man, we living in a nice neighborhood, man. I'm in 9th grade, 9th grade, and then going to 10th grade. I was playing baseball, and I used to go running a lot. I remember I went running one night in our neighborhood. Tell me why the police pull up on me and ask me what I was doing.
this was back.
Yeah. So this is my first encounter with, like, the police in a negative way. You know what I mean? Like, they literally was like, where you going? And I'm like 14, 15, whatever. And I'm like, excuse me, what are you saying? And I said, I'm jogging. I'm out here jogging, I'm exercising. And they literally followed me. So I kind of cut my route short because I was getting kind of nervous, you know what I mean? And it was probably like 8 o'clock at night. And I ran home, and they followed me all the way to the house. And then my mom came outside and gave them some choice words, you know what I mean, in a nice way, in a nice tea way, because I ran in the house and told her, hey man, they followed me home. And that kind of play on your mind, man, as a youngster, whatever. And even in that same neighborhood, I remember going in the grocery store one time. My mom and dad was outside. They was like, hey, run in and get a loaf of bread right quick. Me and my brother went in the store. I almost said the name of the store. We was in line. Tell me why, like, 3 people were standing behind us in line that work at the store. I got Spider-Man, my favorite character. So my spider sense went off, like, somebody standing behind me? And I'm looking, and I'm like, can I help y'all? and they stand there with their hands on their hips. So they were trying to say we were stealing. So long story short, I verbally laid them out. Went outside, paid for the bread. Went outside, got my mom. Mom had to come back in there and give them some choice words. Like, yo, we live out here. Like, what are you talking about? What show me the camera where somebody's stealing. Show me. So, of course, they was dead wrong. You know what I mean? And they looking real dumb. But again, it plays on you. Like, dang, man, we thinking we over in the slice of heaven, but we getting treated, as my man Biz Markie would say, like a wet food stamp. So things, continue to get better living over there. Start making choices in high school, man, playing sports. What you gonna do when you leave high school?
Was you working at school?
Yeah, I actually had a job at Burger King for like a year. I worked at Burger King for a year, and my stepdad was a gospel artist too. He used to sing gospel music, so I used to run the board for him at a lot of rehearsals. So I learned how to do that while I was, at church, running the board and everything, man. So I worked with him for a little while, but that Burger King job, I knew that wasn't for me, man. But I used to close on Saturday nights, man, make my Foot Locker sneaker money, you know what I'm saying, and buy my little sneakers, for the first time, money in my pocket and everything, man. So that was all right working there. But once I stopped working there, I started working with my dad, and it was all right. Joined the military, 17 years old, graduated high school, man. Went into the U.S. Navy, bro. Went out to San Diego for basic training. Did my thing out there for a little minute. Came back home from basic training. Boy, you can't tell nobody nothing, boy, they come from basic training, man. Got a little taste of money in their pocket. You know what I'm saying? Got a little chest on them for the first time, been doing push-ups and sit-ups and everything. So you feel like you own the whole city, man. Look, we in McDonald's. I'm like, hey, I got y'all. You feel like you doing something, right? We ain't at Roof Chris. We in McDonald's, but it's like, yo, for the first time, you like, hey, I got all y'all, man. What? We never done that before. You know what I'm saying? We grew up poor. Like, you never paid for everybody's food, man. So it was like, yo, that was a dope experience, man, to do that. And I got my first little Jeep. Boy, I had a red Jeep Tracker. Red Jeep Tracker, man, with a white top. You know what I'm saying? We'd take that white top off, man. We would ride around the city, man, talk to girls and do all this stuff, man. Me and my boys and everything. And I remember being in, we used to go to Chapel Hill, North Carolina all the time, where UNC Chapel Hill is. So, we from Durham. So for some reason, people in Chapel Hill are not supposed to like people in Durham. You know what I mean? So my stepbrother, I had a stepdad. So my stepbrother, they was from Chapel Hill. So it was like, yo, we come to Chapel Hill, we good. You know what I'm saying? They come to Durham, they good because they with us. You know what I'm saying? But I remember being in Chapel Hill one night in the Jeep, going the speed limit, getting followed by the police. I told my brother Todd, I said, bro, if he made one more turn with me, man, I'm going to pull this thing over, man. And look, we're going to have some words, man. So it was a state trooper. No, it wasn't a state trooper. It was a Chapel Hill police. Sorry. Yeah, it was Chapel Hill police. And it was a little gas station coming up. So I pulled into the gas station. I hopped out, slammed the door. I walked to his car. And he hopping out at the same time. I was like, yo, bro, why are you following me, man? I said, why are you following me? He was like, I'm not following you. I said, why? I said, yes, you are. You done made this every turn I made, and I pull up on the side, and then you pull up on the side, bro. I'm like, man, I'm really sick of y'all, man. Just following folk and treating folk bad. This was like after the Rodney King stuff. I was in basic training during the whole Rodney King thing when that happened. I was in Cali, in basic training while that happened. So again, this is fresh off of that kind of stuff. So I was like not having it. And I told him everything he did, follow him. I was like, yo, I'm serving my country, and I come back home and I gotta put up with people like you, man. So you don't even deserve to have that badge on. Like, I laid into him real bad. And he literally got back in the car and left. I'm glad he didn't do the alternative.
Right.
You know, so I appreciate that. But I think he felt like, dang, he called my card out. Like, he called my card. And I hadn't done nothing wrong. And like, yo, I'm in the military. You all out here messing with me, man, So again, all those experiences, man, put a certain type of thing in your mind, like your worth. You know what I'm saying? You almost feel like you ain't even worth nothing. Like, hey, I got money in my pocket. I'm in the military. man, you still feel like you ain't nothing when you come back to your hometown or whatever. So all that stuff kind of plays in your mind as you are trying to grow and become an adult. So with that being said, money in my pocket for the first time, man. Yo, I had all the name brands, bro. Back then, I'm with Tommy Hilfiger. You know what I mean? I don't know if y'all remember this, man. They had a company called Cross Colors.
Mm-hmm.
It was a company called bro. I had me a Cross Colors outfit, man. It was a store called Limbs. I remember I couldn't afford nothing in Limbs, but man, when I came back, I went up in Limbs with a fistful of dollars, baby. Bought me a Cross Colors outfit. You know what I'm saying? Some Tommy Hilfiger. I had name brands on every time you seen me, boy. I bought me a starter jacket.
Yep.
A starter jacket. I couldn't afford a starter jacket back in the day. When I came home, I had me a starter jacket, bro. It was just like, man, life was just like, really, really good, man. I remember I had a Larry Johnson Charlotte Hornets jersey. That's throwback. It won't throwback then. It was current back then.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was just like, yo, whatever it was, man, I started getting into fashion. And what I realized was, and I ain't really realized this, man, probably until maybe 5-6 years ago, that, I was overcompensating for being poor because I felt like all the kids in elementary school was valuable because of the clothes that they had, and I was an outcast because I had holes in my shoes and old clothes. So now it's like I got more clothes than anybody I know. I got more shoes than anybody I know because I was overcompensating and didn't know that my worth and my value was between my ears and in my chest. But it took me a lot of years. Again, I mean, this literally just maybe 4 or 5 years ago that I realized, like, yo, bro, you don't need all these clothes and shoes, man. Especially like now, when over the last couple of years, man, I'm finding, UPS boxes with shoes still in them. Not the box. The UPS box ain't even been opened yet. And I'm like, this is a waste of money. That's $300 in this box. What if I'd have bought $300 in stock?
Facts.
What if I'd have had that $300 just in a money market account? And I'm talking about I had boxes for like 5-6 years. You know what I mean? It's just like I'm wasting money. I'm wasting money, man. And a few years ago, I remember I was talking to a mental health professional, right? And he challenged, and I think we get our cars checked up. We won't never get our minds checked up. We get our physical checkup. We won't never get a mental checkup. So I was getting me a mental checkup. I was going through a lot of stuff, man. Being a veteran and stress and PTSD and all that stuff, man. And I was like, yo, I got to talk to somebody. So what came out of the conversation, the dude was like, man, every time you come to the appointment, man, you always got on, bow ties, and socks matching, Cole Haans, and that. He naming all my stuff. I'm like, dang, dude, are you working or are you checking out my outfit? Like, what are you doing? But he was like, next time you come in here with like a polo shirt on or whatever. And when he first said it, I was like, man, nobody tell me what kind of clothes to wear to no appointment. And he was like, he said, that bothers you, don't it? He was like, you can't come in here without no suit on, can you? And I was like, oh, I see what's going on here. I was like, yeah, I can come in here without no suit on. He was like, nah, you can't. So I was like, okay, all right, I ain't gonna play this game, dog. I said, so I got an appointment next week, man. I see you next week. Like, I see in your suit and tie and everything. So, I specifically came up in that joint with a polo shirt on, khaki pants, and just like, a sneaker. And he was like, oh, okay. You did it, and what I learned from that, he helped me understand. I put all my worth in clothes, shoes, material things, because the little boy that grew up poor, that was, tired of getting picked on, was like saying, you just wait. I'm going to show y'all. Y'all thought y'all had some shoes.
Facts.
Y'all thought y'all had some clothes.
Vapors, I wanna spend some time on a transition, because I don't know if we might get the time out at an hour.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I want to get as much of your story in, and ask a few questions that myself and also Jay had as well.
yeah.
So the kind of transition, pick up where you kind of left off. First and foremost, definitely thank you for your service, man. You spent 20 years or 20 years plus?
20 years.
Yeah, 20 years in the Navy, man. Big salute on that.
It's a
Um,
fact.
Thank you, man.
trans transition from the military life to the civilian world. If you can talk just a little bit briefly, about that transition. I know that can be difficult sometimes.
Oh yeah.
And in decades, doing one specific job, one routine, and then now, you're just thrown out here in this whole new world.
Yeah, yeah, man. That transition from the military definitely was interesting because you do one thing for 20 years, you grab a uniform on and you grab and go. You know, checks on the 1st and the 15th. You don't have to grind per se. You do your job, you get paid, and then all of a sudden it's like slamming on brakes. You don't even, it's not like you coast to the stoplight. You slam on brakes and then you're out of the military, you know what I mean, for the first time. So the transition was it was a weird transition. I was happy to move on, but I remember having my first moment of doubt, man. I was in my kitchen and I was like, dang, this is the last time I'm gonna get paid by the military, then I'm gonna get my retirement check, which is gonna be a small check. And I had a moment of doubt. And it's literally, I'm talking about I had a moment of doubt. 1 second later, my phone rang. It was a friend of mine that I used to do a sports comedy show back in 2011 online, and this dude found out about my show, and we ended up working together on another show. And he called me, his wife called me and was like, hey, I'm the HR manager for a contract for the Social Security Administration. And we make Social Security cards in Baltimore and we make them in Durham, North Carolina. And we like know if you're interested in working with us. Look, I was like, yeah. And then she was like, send us your resume, da da da. I said, man, I don't have a resume. She was like, yo, don't worry about all that. I'll take care of your resume for you. And even she was like, well, look, you already hired. Just go to the interview and do the interview, but you already hired. So she's way in Baltimore. I'm in North Carolina. So how does somebody way in Baltimore find me my job in North Carolina and calls me the first minute that I had doubt in my mind about my transition? Come on, man.
Oh,
So
God.
yeah, it's God, man. So I worked there for 2 years, and they started acting crazy over there, and I felt like it's God pushing me to greater things. I was driving an hour at 4:30 in the morning to go to work, which was fine, but it was still rough getting up at 4 in the morning to leave at 4:30 to drive an hour. So I did that for 2 years. Ended up getting a position on Fort Bragg that I worked for about 6 years, and then my last position was still at Fort Bragg. It was a higher level position, and I did that for like a year and a half. Reason that was a year and a half, I resigned from my job last August, literally in the middle of COVID, because we decided to keep our daughter at home and not send her to school. So the biggest blessing of my life post-military transition was leaving $100,000 job 2 week notice. Not like you planned it for a year and you glide out of there real smooth. 2 week notice in, bang, walking away from $100,000 job. And plenty of my relatives was like, oh no, you shouldn't do that, man. And I was working from home with a laptop. Well, man, you already at home. So what's the problem? You make your $100,000 at home. Man, I was going through depression. I was miserable at that job. Even it got worse when I got home because now I got 2 kids in my lap and they want the same work produced. That don't make sense. That don't make sense. I'm not in my office. I'm not in a cubicle with headphones on, quiet, silent, working on the laptop, on the computer for 7 hours getting the work done. I'm at home
Hey
with
Jay,
kids crying.
hey Jay, you
It's
know
not the
about that.
same.
You know
That's a
about
fact.
that.
Jay know about that?
That's for sure. For sure. That's a fact, man. It's a different animal when you in a house, when you got your kids, and your kids don't want to hear that They don't understand the concept of work. They understand that you're available in that moment, and they want that time. And Rel, you already know, if your kids don't get that time, man, they start throwing Legos everywhere and doing whatever else, because you know they want that quality time for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So that was definitely interesting, man, to become an entrepreneur. And during that time frame, man, you know, I meet Carsho Rell, an entrepreneur, and you know, I had watched some videos on his YouTube channel, you know, and it was like, dang, this man on his third Bentley, and it ain't like you on the third Bentley because you know you bought three at the same time. It was like, yo, some bad stuff happened that you could have easily quit. Like, okay, I'm done.
I wanted to.
I'm done. And I saw your story, and I'm like, yo, this man done went through some major setbacks. I'm not even having a setback. I'm just walking away from 100,000. The worst thing that can happen is, I guess I don't make no money, you know, moving forward. But my wife worked, you know, we would have got by some kind of way. But like literally, man, the day that I resigned, the first day that I was at home on August 15th, I got a phone call from a multi-million-dollar company that needed a business consultant to come in, and a social media consultant. That's what I do. I got the Madison consulting firm. We do business consulting. I go in your business, do an assessment, see what's wrong, see what's right, and leave a recommendation, and you know, come back and do another assessment, and who needs to be hired, who needs to be fired. You
Yeah, I want
know,
to ask you about that, man. Talk a little bit about that as well. Like, you know, your business endeavors. I mean, obviously, you don't have to disclose everything.
yeah.
Things might be confidential, which we understand. But you know, also talk about your you know, your current business endeavors.
Yeah. So the Madison consulting firm, man, our primary mission is business consulting, and you know, doing social media consulting. A lot of companies are great, but they have a low impact social media presence. So that the goal is to see what the company's mission is and represent them the right way via social media. A lot of companies don't have time to create flyers and create social media campaigns. So my company, you know, we make the time, you know, based on, you know, how much you pay. You know, let's make that very clear. We make we make the time, you know, for your payment. We make the proper amount of time doing business consulting and the social media. But I think the business is more important than the social media, because if you have employees that are taking away from your company's bottom line, I think you as the CEO need to know. You need to know that. You need to know that, and maybe a 4-step or a 5-step plan to help that employee correct their behavior. Because some employees can be taught, and some employees, unfortunately, you're gonna have to let them go. You know what I'm saying? And I love doing that, and of course I love the social media stuff. But outside of that, you know, I'm heavy in the YouTube world right now. Like, I remember over a year and a half ago saying like, yo, I believe that having a mission of inspiring people, I believe YouTube can pay me every month to put out videos. You know, I know it ain't controversy. I know it ain't TMZ, hot button issues and all of that politics. But man, last December, the channel got monetized. So now that's a stream of income. And I'm real big on creating multiple streams of income, because I also do affiliate marketing. So my nephew Tyree Graham, former Division I college basketball player, and he's a social media comedian right now, has over 1 million followers here on Instagram. I know famous people that don't have 1 million followers on Instagram. You know, like legit celebrity don't have 1 million. And he's amassed over 1 million followers on Instagram. And he put me on to the affiliate marketing game. He put me on to Forex, the foreign exchange, you know, trading currency. And that's when I started getting into learning about Bitcoin and buying and selling Bitcoin and different things like that. So yeah, you know, I keep my hands in all these different things. And some of the income that I've created, it might be like $30 a month. Something else might be $10 a month. But it's amazing, man, when you scoop up that $10 bill and you scoop up that 30, and you scoop up that $5 from over there and that 50 from over there, you turn around, you be like, man, that's $700 a month in little pieces. But most people would say, man, that's only bringing in $10 a month. Man, I ain't doing that. That's not me, man. Give me the $1 a month plan. Let me create 100 things that bring in $1 a month. But once they rolling, they doing it, they working on their own. You know, these things work on their own. So let me create 100 things. I don't mind grinding and creating 100 things that give me $1 a month. Now I got a solid $100 a month that I can count on. So I'm always looking for those close to free affiliate marketing things that's out there. And a lot of companies are out there, man. They have great products. And they say, look, if you send somebody to my company, we'll give you $10, we'll give you $30, $40, $50 every time somebody buy a product. Like, I just ordered a Tesla. You know, I ordered a brand new Tesla. And you give me a code, you get 1,000 hours of supercharging. And supercharging costs money when you go and plug up your Tesla. So why would you not use that link and put money in your pocket? It's so many companies out here, man, products that you use right now, like Amazon. I have an Amazon influencer page. I select products like this microphone, like iPhones and iWatches, drones, things that I already buy and talk about. And now they're on my Amazon influencer page. Someone buys the product, Amazon pays me. I don't have any products at the house. Amazon is saying, yo, you brought somebody to our page to buy an iPhone. We're going to pay you. And it's a free program to have an Amazon influencer account. It's free. Yeah. So all the things that you buy, why not put them on there and have your link in your bio on your Instagram, or create an Instagram page with, you know, all of the best tech products in the world. Let's say you like tech. You put all those tech pictures, products of iPhones and different things on there. And boom, somebody buy from your Instagram page through that link on Amazon, you getting paid, and you didn't buy a single product, but you put money in your pocket, bro.
That's a fact. Hey, before I ask this question about you leaving your job, man. Hey, AJ, what questions you got for him, man?
Yeah, so actually, I'm glad that he even shared that story, because it tied into where I came up with the title from. There's an old Fabulous bar where he's talking about his family, and he's like, yo, you know, when I think about my family, I wonder if they think if I'm beneficial to them or if I've been official. So if I've been a stand-up individual, so on and so forth. And I think your story speaks to, that's a question that comes in the mind of people at some point in time before you leave where you work. Like for me, you know, in my situation, it really happened for me. Like my company was moving. I had a chance. My background is in finance. I had a chance to go with them. I decided I wouldn't. But what was so funny was they were going to open up a new site in Delaware. And they had sent us, even though we were being let go, they sent us to train these young guys that was going to take over. And then within 90 days, they had decided that they didn't want the kids anymore. They didn't think it was good enough. And so now, same people who we had been training, or whatever the case may be, are now jobless. Some of them had just bought homes and did other things and so on and so forth. And that was for me, my point, or my e-vapors moment of, yeah, something gotta change. You know, so my question to you is, what is it within you as a man? Because I don't wanna take away from the fact of God was there for you and you did it. But you gotta be built a certain way to walk in and put 2 weeks in and say, I'm gonna give it to God. I'm gonna walk by faith and not by sight, and I'm gonna see how this pulls off. That's my question for you.
Man, on a whole human level and as a guy level, you know, I was like, bro, man, you done made it out of the projects in Durham, North Carolina, man. You done seen folk get killed. You done seen dope. You know what I mean? You done been in situations to where you shouldn't even be here. Like, I've been overseas in the military in situations where I could have easily died. You know what I mean? We had to fight our way out of situations. You know what I mean? So I started, you know, giving myself the speech like, yo, stand up, bro. Like, man, on some, you really gotta get on your Nino Brown, on your,
Right.
you pick your person, man. Who you talking to? Who they think I am? I can make money anywhere in the world, man. Anywhere in the world, I can make money. Just put me there. So I'm like, hey, let's do it, man. I wrote that thing up, man. Well, I think I went to Google and typed in 2-week notice or something like that. You know how they got templates.
Right, templates for everything. Right.
Yeah. So after I gave myself the speech, man, I literally like, yo, man, I'm a survivor, man. I done survived everything. I done survived being pulled over by the cops. I done survived, you know, all these situations, being at the wrong girl house, dudes outside. I done survived all of that. So what am I worried about a couple $100,000 for? I can go make that. I can double that, triple that. And we doing that now. So yeah, I had to give myself the speech, bro. I had to. And we all too, as men, sometimes we gotta pump, we gotta give ourselves the coach speech, man. You gotta remember who you are, man. That's what I had to do. Remember who you are, Eric. You know what I'm saying? Jay.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? Remember who you are. Rell. Anybody that's listening, remember who you are, man. Tell yourself, pick your, what they say, get your bootstraps. Grab them bootstraps and let's go. Let's go to work, man. And guess what? If it don't work and I fall flat on my face, I got 100 pair of shoes in my closet that I'll sell before I'll be hungry. I got a lawnmower in the garage. I started a landscaping business and cut grass for $10 a yard. I got blood and plasma in my body that I'll sell. I got jewelry that I'll sell before anybody over here need anything. So I got a lot of stuff that I was gonna be okay if it came down to
it. Yeah, love that.
Real talk.
Yeah.
What'd you say, bro?
Was you about to say something?
Oh no. That was my question, my guys. It's on you. What question you got for Mr. Vapors?
Looking at and it was actually the same thing that you had, man. You know, you had the life, and you still have the life, but you know, you talking to yourself like, man, look, I'm living on the golf course. I got 2 beautiful children. I'm making 6 figures. I got the fly whips, the dream car that, you know, that I wanted. Like, you know, I'm living a life. Do I want to chance that by stepping out on my own? Like, that was my same question. Like, yo, was it difficult? Like, you know, what was it that pushed me off the edge? To like really say, man, so that was really my question along the same line as his, man.
Yeah. I think for me, man, like it really happened when I actually put the 2-week notice in and like their response, like they had like a negative response. So immediately I had to check them. You know, we up in a high level of the military on the government side. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, sometimes they get a little jazzy, you know, because they making, you know, 6 figures, a little more than you making. So, you know, they kind of feel like most people that work there are stuck to their desk because they have to make that money. They got me wrong. So their response, I'm like, oh, no, I said, hold on for a second. I'm making this decision for the best of my family.
Yeah.
I don't owe anybody telling y'all a month ahead of time. I just owe y'all 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? And then they like, oh well, yeah. You know, then they caught themselves and they brought themselves on back down and went back into professional mode because they got in their feelings for a minute. You don't own me. I work here. The government pays me. You don't pay me anyway. You know what I'm saying? I interviewed with you and you decided to hire me, which was the best decision for your organization, bringing me into the building, and I brought a lot of value. So don't burn a bridge with me because I'm the one leaving. I don't need a job. Y'all stayed. Y'all need a job. So you might need me on the outside when they continue to do these government downsizing, which they was doing. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, I had to stand up, bro, and be like, yo, man, they don't know who they messing with, man. I'm a survivor, man. I done made it through everything, bro. I'm smart. You know what I'm saying? I done made it. I'm here. I've taken college classes. I'm here with my high school diploma, living on the golf course. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm doing very well without even working. And me and my wife being on the same page with money, we took a 2-year period where we ain't do nothing. We saved money and we paid off all our debt in a 2-year period. Well, 23 months. We paid off $123,000 in debt.
Hey, stop right there, because key component that that I want to talk about, well, having that family dynamic when y'all on the same page when it comes to everything. I'm pretty sure you guys had a talk. Yeah, I want to walk away from my job. All that. You talk about all the debt. So obviously those things that you didn't also help yourself. Full-time entrepreneur, got all that debt over you. Yeah, you can still do it, but would that be the best? Talk about that as well, man.
Man, let me tell you like this. When you don't owe anybody anything, when all your vehicles at the house is paid for, and you got 4, 5, 6 months of household bills in the bank, you don't need the money coming in that you think you need coming in. You quickly understand exactly how much you need to keep the house moving forward each month.
Mm-hmm.
And I quickly began to understand that I don't need them. People get caught needing a job because they overextend themselves in too much house and usually too much car. I'll just stop there. And they're tied to that desk. And they're great. They would be great entrepreneurs, but they're tied to that desk because they made decisions to kind of keep them needing that specific money amount coming in because they didn't take time to stack up bread and to pay off debt. You know what I mean? So we did that, and it gave me the freedom. Me and my wife talked about it. Like, yo, we don't need that. We don't need that. Like, yo, your happiness, your health means more, and you being home to take care of the daughter means more than an extra $100,000 coming into the house that we don't need. That's before taxes. Remember, $100,000 before taxes. So it ain't like you bringing home $100,000. I think after taxes, I'm bringing home what 70.
70, yeah.
70.
That's about right.
Bringing home about 70 after taxes. I mean, I ain't sneezing at 70. I ain't acting like 70 is not nothing. But I'm like, I don't need that. I can easily make more than 70 out here. Easily. And we doing it now.
Yep.
So if I can say anything to anybody, man, like your past don't define you. Money, clothes, cars, and shoes don't define you. All the hurt that you went through as a child, let it go. Your daddy won't that for you, your mom won't that for you. Let it go. Let it go. You don't continue to be the victim. You know what I mean? You are victorious. Take all that hurt and pain and use it as energy. You know what I'm saying? Use it as motivation to get better and to be better, man. And that's what I've done, man. I've taken all that adversity in life, man, and balled it up into this drive, this determination that I know what it feels like to be hungry. Not like it's an hour before lunch. No, man, I use that hungry feeling where we ain't eat for 2 days. You know what I mean? I use that right now. Like, I'm not gonna go back to that. So that's where I'm at right now, bro. I'm just using everything that came against me, bro, and I'm using it in a positive way, man. And I'm reaching back and teaching others along the way, man. I'm not gonna get there and then come back. I'm taking you with me as I go along.
Man, let me ask you. Go ahead, Hawk.
No, I was just gonna say, just in case IG cuts us out, man, I want people to know where they can find E-Vapors at, his pages, all of that, just in case they shut us down.
Cool. Shout it out.
Hey, E-Vapors, man. EVAPORS. They got a pin right here in the chat, man. Hey, you know how they say, Google me, baby. Type in E-Vapors on Google, man. When you bored, ain't got nothing to do, and you want to bet money, I'm going to bet against E-Vapors, man. I bet if I type in E-Vapors, his face ain't going to come up. Type in E-Vapors. Bet that 50-cent piece. That's how you can find me. Type in E-Vapors on Google, baby. I'm right there, man. But I'm on YouTube, E-Vapors. I'm on Twitter as E-Vapors. I'm on TikTok, E-Vapors. Snapchat, E-Vapors, man. I'm all over, man. I'm an inbox away, man, from a small piece of advice or pointing you in the right direction.
Man, facts. So, if I'm gonna try to sneak in another ququestion, man, because meeting you and seeing how you portray yourself, you know, to pretty much everybody on the online community, online world. You know, you're touching a lot of folks. You're doing your mission. Your mission number one, you know, from the jump, from when I met you was, bro, I'm just out here trying to reach the people. I'm just trying to touch the people. Like, where did that come from?
To be honest, man, it's a culmination of every person that was there for me at pivotal moments. I can see their faces right now. One of my partners in the military, uncle of mine's, you know, my stepdad when he came through, and you know, some other folk, man, men that was there for me. You know what I'm saying? And they pulled me to the side and said, "Hey, dummy, you messing up. Hey, you need to open a bank account. Hey, you need to stop talking so much. Hey, you need to slow down on these girls. Hey, you need to do this. You need to do that." So I appreciate them because they saved my life, man. You know what I mean? And God put them people in my path. So I feel obligated to do the same thing, to coach, teach, and mentor the young folk, people my age, and anybody that's older than me that want to listen. And I'm still a student right now. I'm still a student in life. I'm still listening. I'm learning. I learn from people that's younger than me. I learn from my peers. I learn from people that's older than me. I'm a forever student. And I'll never get into a place to where I know everything. And that is really the legacy that I want to leave, man. That, yo, E-Vapors, Eric Stevenson, man, that joker helped everybody, man. He showed everybody love, man. He clapped for people. He clapped for the people that talk bad about him. That's a whole nother show we can do. I love on people. I send folk cash apps that talk about me.
Mm-hmm.
I hug them.
G-Rell, bro. Like,
I hug them. I done hug dudes that had my name in their mouth in front of the dude that they was talking to. "What's up, baby? You looking good, man. Hold up, man. You been working out? That shoulder feels stiff, man. Yo, man, let me pay for your lunch today, dog. Take out some cash. Boom. There you go, man. I love you, man. You're a good dude, man. I see y'all boys later."
And it's genuine.
Walk off. And walk off. Why? Man, that don't mean nothing to me. That little $20 I gave him don't mean nothing. That love I'm showing him, it might save his life. Maybe he didn't grow up with a father or a father figure. Maybe he don't know how to love another brother. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the feeling that he's feeling inside is intimidation, but in real life, it should be motivation. That Benz that pull up should be motivation, not intimidation.
Right.
So I give people grace to grow up. You know what I'm saying? And some of these same people that I'm talking about, 6, 7, 8 months, 9 months later, we became the best of friends. But what if I'd have shot them in the foot because they had my name in their mouth? Somebody got to be the bigger man sometimes. I choose to be the bigger man every time, man. And when I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong and I apologize. It's been times me and you was talking about something and I was like, "Nah, I disagree with that." And found out Rell was right. I said, "Rell, man, we were talking about so-and-so." I said, "Bro, you was right, man." I would have been a hothead about that. I could have not called him and said, "Yo, you was right." Now, I think it's important that I do call and acknowledge the fact that I was wrong and that he was right.
Real talk.
Yeah. So that's me, man. Just leaving a legacy, man, of love, you know, sharing, caring, and building, bro. That's it.
Before we close this thing out, man, I don't know if you've seen it. I'm gonna show this, and then I'm gonna read it. But a guy shouted you out on IG, goes by the name of Remy Mean.
Yeah.
Mean, something like that.
Yeah, I see
And
that. Yeah.
basically, he said, "Man, hold up. Had to stop and tell y'all about this super solid cat, E-Vapors. It's one of the coolest guys on earth, bro. This dude is known by many, respected by more. He has a YouTube channel, personal and family, which are both successful. And he also has Car Talk TV with my guy, Rell. Even though this cat growing larger daily, he still finds time to squeeze you in his busy schedule, hit you back and chop it up with you. And on top of that, y'all, the dude won't the dude won't chop it up in your DM and then act like he don't know you in public. Whoa, yeah, I said that. Some of y'all Hollywood, but anyway, blessings to you, brother, for being humble, solid, and all around good dude. Hashtag real.
Wow, man. That right there, that's more valuable than money to me, man. When the people love you and the people respect you, man, and you're not a big time, athlete, big time name, celebrity, nothing like that, man. I'm just a country boy from North Carolina, man. That means everything to me right there, man. That's what matters to me, the people, bro. If I got the respect of the people in city to city, state to state, I ain't never gonna be hungry. I ain't never gonna need no ride. I ain't gonna have no problems if my car break down. Cause man, people love me, and I ain't gonna be worrying about nobody stabbing me in the back because I don't snake nobody and I treat people right. I don't have to worry about that, man. So man, that right there, those are the kind of things that I love to see, man. That's currency right there. That is not cryptocurrency and not cash. That is the type of currency that will open up doors for you in this world, man. So you got to make sure you're investing in that type of currency. That'll preach.
That's a fact. Before we stop, I just want to say that I love that, and I hope that eventually we can transition into that in the social media culture, because I'm from the era where who you are and what you stand on, you didn't speak on. You let others speak on it. Like it wasn't, you didn't have to brag. It wasn't like if you had money, it came out your pores. If you were smart, people could see it. Like now we've gotten into an era where you start creating these personas for you as an individual, and then when it comes time for you to stand on it or to live up to what people expect from you, you can't live up to it anymore. So to your point, that right there is currency to show that you're not capping. And even on y'all boys platform, man, everything has just been, I was telling Rell offline, I can't wait to watch y'all KP interview when it's up. Like, y'all reach out and y'all look for, it's other people in the YouTube world that are super successful that do things with you guys, but then others who are just trying to expand their platform, you will bring them on your platform and give them their flowers. And that's why y'all can continue to be blessed.
Yeah, man. No, I appreciate that, bro. And this is an honor to be on y'all platform, man, as the first official guest. I'm like, man, y'all could have had anybody in the world, man. Y'all found a little country boy in North Carolina, man, that know about 3 people. So, man, hopefully I don't damage y'all reputation in any kind of way.
No. Listen, I'm gonna tell you now, man. I can't wait to when our guys catch up to this one and hear about that tin roof. It's gonna bring a little bit of humility, because you're gonna start looking back like, I had it. I mean, it was rough. I don't know if it was tin roof rough, but it was rough. Like it was a lot of real talk, a lot of honesty. And nah, man, I wouldn't have had anybody else. And Rell, I'm sure you agree, as our first guest on this thing.
Yo, 1,000%, man. It's SRT God say, man, real. Keeping it real, no cap, no fronting. You could have made up. Oh yeah, I was never poor. I was always. I had the car. You could have picked from.
Oh yeah.
The military on and not talk about before the military.
Yeah.
You could have. Oh yeah, man, mom. Yeah, you told the story about your mom's had the beam and you could have that. Yeah, my mom's been by a car. I'm riding the beam, my shirt off because I'm cool. That's how I give it up. So you could have came off.
Listen, I mean, when I'm from YouTube, man, when I'm on YouTube, they start from my mom's got the admin job at Duke University. Everything prior to that ain't on there. It's like, my mom's is up at Duke. You know what I mean? I don't even want to mention that. She was there. I used to come through there. Grant Hill was there. It was nice.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, instead, you led to it. And what's crazy, what I love about it is you was telling your story, but you also spoke to the greatness of your moms. And that may not have been what the intended purpose was, but it provided clarity on the growth of your mom as a single mother, from where she started with y'all to building her own career and then getting married and all these other things, which is it's awesome, man, because it's amazing to see what Black women can do. I respect all women, but the Black women are a different breed.
Yeah, just different, man, because we came over here in a different situation. So we had to come from the bottom up, literally. literally from the bottom up, man. So it's a blessing, man. You know, shout out to my moms and everything, man.
That's a fact.
You know, and I'm just doing my best, man, with my two daughters to raise some great ones, man. And again, my name mean more to me than money, cause like I sold my I8, you know what I mean? You know, the very thing that people thought was my identity. I'm like, nah, man, y'all don't know my story, man. Ain't no little raggedy I8. My identity, man. My identity is the people that I love and the people that respect me. I can go buy I8 tomorrow, man. I don't care nothing about that. You know what I mean? Like, that
That's a
means
fact.
nothing to me, bro. A car, that don't mean I lived my life without a car, and we was happy in the projects, walking. We was happy even through all that adversity. We was still laughing and joking and smiling and cutting up through all of that, man. Some of my happiest days was with the least amount of money. So
Facts.
that's proof that you don't need money to be happy or a fancy car to be happy.
Yeah, that's a
That's a
whole
fact.
It's
whole
a
nother,
fact. It's proof.
but that's big facts, bro. And I think and I want you to leave a small little gem for us, you know, for the viewers that's going to see this on YouTube and everything like that, and Facebook once we upload it. Um, you know, you can't lose yourself. And you know, Hall, he always, you know, he brings that up to me like, yo, Rell, yo, you know, I see what you're doing, yo. You know, continue to do your thing. You know, just don't lose your core. Don't lose your core. And you know, you one of those guys that you don't lose your core. You feel me? You still open up them DMs. You still show people love. You still feel like, oh, yo, the I8, yeah, I had the I8, cool, man. Now I'm in a Jetta. I'm in a Jetta now.
Yeah.
Or yo, I didn't rode in. You told me the story. You rode in a Honda, and like it was nothing. You know, before you leveled up. So yo, I freaking love that, bro. I freaking love that. But yeah, leave us with a gem, man.
Yeah, all right, real quick one, man. Y'all know how the computer, you do the control alt delete to reset things. That's always the default, right? Control alt delete. I feel the same way in life, man. Control, right? You can only control the things that you can control. You can't control other people's actions. A lot of times we spend so much time trying to control other people, trying to get them to make us happy, or we're trying to make them happy. So control what you can control. Alt, which means alter or change. Change all negative behavior. Alter all negative behavior. You got to get rid of anything that's not pushing you forward. Any person, association that's not moving you forward. You got to alter or change those relationships. All right. Delete. That's completely removed. That's not even changing. Delete anything that is detrimental to your success. Persons, places, things, behaviors, mentally, physically, and all. Delete them. Get rid of them. You don't get a second chance. You know it's not good for you. It ain't pushing you forward. Delete. So control what you can control, alter or change the thing that you can change, delete all those things that are taking you down fast. Control, all delete, baby.
Love it, love it. Swag Junior 85. He said, "Love your big bro," and he's been in here. Us just soaking up all this content. You know, your whole story. I see Lenny Logic. He's up in here as well. You know, soaking up all the gym, all the game as well, man. You know, definitely using it to hashtag up. Jay Hall, any last remarks before we close this thing out, man?
No, man, it was a great episode. Evaders again, once again, man. Thanks for tuning in and sharing the gems with us. I love that final gem. I appreciate that, and I'm gonna manifest that in my own life and business. And I appreciate it, bro. You close it out, bro.
Cool, cool. Appreciate everybody tapping in. We out of here. We see y'all next week on another episode of Network is My Network, featuring myself, Carshall Rell, and J Hall Agent. Eve, man, appreciate you tapping in with us for this hour. You know, sharing your story. You know, you drop tons of gems. Even though we talk a lot, man, I learned more about you. Learn more about you, man, and you know, it just speaks to the core of who you are, where you came from. You're a real solid dude. You know, can't wait for us, you know, me and Jay to come down there because we try and get on our golf swag. So
That's a fact.
gotta get it in with you on the green.
Hey, look, my man Swagger in here. That's my golf partner too. So
Okay.
Us four will go out. He got a golf cart. I have a golf cart. So you know what I mean. We already got that, and we'll pay for the golf too. So y'all just come down. We'll take care of the golf too, man.
All right, that's a bet.
That's love. We're gonna set up the dates real soon. But as I always say, man, thank y'all for tuning in. We see y'all next week. Stay positive, stay motivated. Salute.
Salute.
You know what's all love when you touch down in a different state in North Carolina, my boy, pull out the big boy. What's up? What's up? What's up?
Welcome to Carolina,
Yo,
man.
look,
Welcome to
that's
Carolina.
a good greeting. Good
Carolina.
greeting. Good greeting.
Put that bag in here, man.
Thought I was gonna get picked up in Evil Time.
Oh, Evil Time?
Yeah.
We had to pick you up in something a little faster. It's a little faster.
Just
man.
a little bit. Just a little bit.
Just a little bit, man. So we gotta get us something to eat, all right?
Let's do it.
Let's do that,
Let's
man.
do it.
It's a new spot. But they got like video games and stuff, man. So
I'm down
we're
for
gonna
it.
pull up in there and see what they
Yo, whatever you want to do, I'm down for it.
All right, bro.
I'm gonna give y'all a quick glimpse because this is my first time seeing it in person. Y'all know he just got it. You seen the i8 on the channel. Y'all seen the Tesla.
Yep.
Now y'all get to see the C8.
4th grade, bro. I've been winning since 4th grade. We can live without a bathroom. We celebrated having a bathroom for the first time in 4th grade. How can I lose now? I'm done. I've been winning since 4th grade. We got a bathroom. I can't lose. I can't lose. That's it, bro. I can't lose. Game over. Game over, man. I already won. I got a bathroom in my house. I already won. So I can't lose to anybody. I'm not in competition with nobody. I already won. I got a bathroom in my house. I already won, man. I don't need nothing else. I already won. Cars, clothes, don't need none of it. Just put a smile on my face. I got a bathroom. I can flush. I'm happy. and bro, I'm real. That's real talk, man. Like I mean that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean that with every fiber in me, man. You know, people think that material things mean something. Man, that's all that stuff is cool, and it don't matter how you got it. You can get it by credit. You can get it by cash. That's just material stuff, man. Corvettes and i8s and you know all the different things like that, man. Yeezys and all that stuff, man. Travis Scott's, man, all that's material stuff, man. You got your right mind. You got your family. You got a toilet you can flush. You made it. I don't know where you're trying to go. You got a toilet you can flush. You made it. And if you ain't got one, I'm here to tell you, you can get one. And you're happy whether you have one or not. That's the key. Kasha, what do you think, Kasha?
Love it. Love it, bro. You see I had to turn the camera on. Love it.
Man.
Love it.
This is it, man.
This was living life about, bro.
Man,
This is what living life about.
follow God, be patient, love your family, be honest. You know what I mean? You can have anything you want, man.
Y'all heard it from the man himself.
You wait your turn. You know, you ain't got to jump line. You know how in school you jump the lunch line because you hungry? Hey, man, we hungry in life too, but we ain't got to jump line. You just wait your turn. I don't mind waiting. It's so many things you can do while you're waiting. Study, become better, become smarter, become stronger. So many things you can do while you're waiting on your turn. Celebrate other people. You know what I'm saying? Because their turn is now.
Mhm.
So you celebrate them.
Big time.
While it's I'm excited, man. You got a new house, new car. You overseas, you traveling abroad.
Mhm.
It's your time now.
Mhm.
Man, I'm happy for you, dog. But guess what? When it's my time, man, folk gonna be happy for me too.
Right.
Shoot, I'm gonna be happy for me.
Facts.
When it's my time. So I'm still sitting here. It's things I'm waiting on right now. It's plenty of things I'm
Oh
waiting
yeah,
on.
the talks that we had.
Bro, it's so many
Just the
things.
beginning.
Yeah, it's just the beginning. So many
Just the
things we
beginning.
talked about years ago, and it's like I feel I'm getting a little closer. 'Cause 3 years done went by. I've been a stay-at-home dad with my daughter. Now she going to pre-K, and now I get the opportunity during the day to go out here and go get it. Y'all know what go out here and go get it means.
Sir.
I ain't talking about Rover. We ain't talking about fishing, no frisbee. Go get it, Rover. Nah, we talking about go out here and go get it. And that's what we gonna do. Yes, sir. From the Stevens in the States. It's your main man, you baker. Casa Rell.
Beautiful out here.
Baltimore in Carolina.
I'm out in the country. City boy out in the country.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know it.
Yeah. Super dope out here, y'all. Y'all know I love the views. And to be on a golf course.
So you know what we got to do now?
It's beautiful. Having a golf cart?
We got to get on the golf cart.
Oh, let's do it.
And take a ride back up to the clubhouse. And just, you know, do a little sightseeing.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Why not?
Well, kids
I hope they license drive on there so they don't get, you know, in no jam. Yourself, how are you behind? Because you compete against yourself. You're never behind. You're always winning. You're moving forward. You're always winning. What do I know? No, what do I know? I love something. That's a Rivian? Yeah, matter of fact, they just got that.
That's the first time you seen one of those.
In person?
Yeah.
Really?
For real.
Man, I'm thinking that might be all over the place up top, man. You know what? Truck. Probably not. Yeah, that's probably not a DMV type car. Yeah, that's the house right there, boy. The big lake. Big lake, man.
Which one? The one straight ahead?
Yeah, this one right here. That's,
okay.
That's the biggest lake. There's a lake up front. It's a little smaller. This is the big lake. And it's a neighborhood. Well, it's a neighborhood inside the neighborhood, right? So we call this neighborhood the gated, because we're inside a gated community, but this is another gate.
Ah, yeah, I remember hearing you talk about the gated.
The gated.
You got the big cribs.
Yeah.
I mean, not big cribs, but bigger.
Yeah, the bigger cribs. So you know, it's the gated right there. Yeah, man, that's it. Call it Broad Lake, but gated. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry, Lord's willing. You know, we'll be in there. And the gated. I like where we at right now, though.
Oh yeah. Where you at is nice, bro.
I ain't tripping, dog. But this golf cart with the extra batteries, it goes 13.5 miles an hour.
Okay.
So that's, you know, a lot faster than your average golf cart. So I can get home in a jiffy, as they say down here, a jiffy.
Yeah, this thing moving.
Oh yeah. They got some nice yards in there, man.